Say the size of your collection doesn't matter, but I say it does.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Garage Guitarist here, and I got some stuff in the mail. Look at that. That is a beautiful red pearloid pickguard. Of course, I got this one from Dragonfire Guitar Parts. There it is. Now this company sells a wide variety of different things for your guitar. Pickguards is one of their specialties. They have tons of them. They have them in all different configurations. You can get the holes in different places. You can get the switches in different places. You can get dual humbucker single, humbucker 2 singles. I mean, you can get all kinds of different configurations. I highly recommend you check them out. Dragonfire Guitars, www.dragonfireguitars.com. I've been working with this company for years. They've never let me down. Their pickups are awesome, but I'm going to try out their pickguards today. And this is going to go on the red fender that we've been working on. And look at that, it just goes right on like no trouble at all. There are a few screw holes that don't line up. Naturally, I expected this. This is a Squier guitar. It's not a standard fender screw hole layout. So there are a couple of them that match up, so I'm going to screw those down. But the ones that don't match up, I'm going to have to put dowels in the body so that when I go back to re-drill it, I have a fresh surface to work with, because the screws, they all just miss just slightly, so I don't want to go and drill a hole right next to the hole that was originally there. I want to put a dowel pin in the hole, then trim it down, sand it, let it dry, let it cure, so that when I do drill a new hole into the body, I'm using a fresh hole, and the screw will grab and won't let go. And but I'm really excited, so I'm going to walk with you through some of the steps that I'm going to take. I have an idea how to do this. I've never done this before, so this is kind of exciting. This is new ground for me. I didn't want to do it on any of my more expensive guitars, but since this one didn't cost me a lot of money, I figure why not try it on this one. So sit tight, and we'll head over to the workbench and we'll get started. I've laid out some tests to see if this will really work or not. We're going to try it on a spare piece of wood and see if this whole dowel pin idea works. So it should be fun. Alright, everybody, we're at the workbench. This is my test piece of wood here. I think this is a leg off of a couch or something, some kind of project I had going in the garage but never finished. It's a perfect piece of wood. It's just not anything valuable. I have my drill same size as the dowel, and I'm just going to drill in, and so that's a good hole. We'll do a couple of them just to see how they come out. Okay. Alright. So that's a good hole. Go ahead and put the dowel in it, see if it fits. Oh yeah, it's nice and snug. Just the way we want it. So the glue that I'm going to use is just basically just standard Gorilla Glue. It's a super glue. I thought about getting wood glue, but I figured, what does it matter? I'm just doing a small repair. I'm not repairing a neck or anything like that. So I'm just going to squirt a little bit onto the tip of the dowel, and then kind of work it around, scoot it down in the hole. We'll do the same thing with this one here. Now I'm going to be drilling these holes into the body, and I'm going to use a trick so that I don't go too deep. Put a piece of tape on my drill bit, and now of course I'm going to come back after they dry, and I'm just going to use my wire cutters or maybe a hobby knife and just trim the dowels off once it dries. So we'll come back in a few minutes after it dries. I'm going to give it a good 15 minutes. We'll come back and we'll see if it's dried. If it is, we'll go ahead and trim it off, and we'll sand it nice and flat so that when we go to put the pickguard on, there's not any obstructive surfaces keeping the pickguard from laying flat on the guitar. So see you in a few minutes. Okay everybody, so we're back and the glue has dried. So basically what I'm going to do now is you can trim it with a knife, but I wouldn't recommend doing that because you might scratch your guitar. I'm just going to go ahead and snap them off. Now you'll see there's a little nub left behind, and I don't want that nub. I want it to be nice and smooth. So in comes the Dremel. I put a little wire brush on it. Want to sand it down nice and smooth. Take off any of that extra super glue that you got on there. And there you go. That's how you plug a hole. Nice and smooth. I'll probably when I do the guitar, I'll let that cure overnight, of course, before I come back and drill my new holes for my screws. Okay, so here's the guitar, and we're going to lay the pickguard on top of it. And one of these holes I know for a fact matches, so I'm going to use that one as my guide, and I'm going to leave that hole alone. So this screw hole right here actually lines up pretty well, so I'm going to use that screw hole as kind of like a marker, and we'll go ahead and just put the screw in there, and you can see that everything looks really good. And so all these other holes are slightly off, so there's probably a couple of them that line up, but we're going to go ahead and drill all of them except for this one. So I'll take the pickguard off again and start drilling the rest of the holes. Okay, so another little tip that I learned is I wrapped a piece of tape around the drill bit to let me know how deep to go into each hole. So this will help out a lot. I don't want to drill too deep, so I don't want to damage the guitar in any way. So I want to put a little piece of tape on the drill bit, lets you know how deep to go in. Okay, there it is. So all of the holes except for this one, we're going to go ahead and drill out. Okay, so we are ready. We've got our glue, and we're going to put the dowel pins in the holes, and we'll leave them overnight so that they can cure and dry. A little bit of glue there, drop it on there like that, smudge it down in there. And I went ahead and just pre-cut 11 tiny little dowels. Not a big deal.
Drunken sailor, what shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises. Early in the morning, putting it along, put it till he's sober, putting it along, put it till he's sober, putting it along, put it till he's sober. Early in the morning, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises. Early in the morning.
Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can actually already feel most of them are already getting hard, so this should look really nice in the morning. The glue will all be cured and it'll be ready to go, and we can start with phase 2 of the pickguard project. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to make the next one. I'm really stoked about getting this new pickguard on there. You can see it's a beautiful red pearloid. I love it. I absolutely love it. It goes so well with the guitar. It's slightly darker than the guitar, but that's okay. Okay, so thanks for hanging out with me. It's a little short project. It shouldn't take that long to finish this guitar. I still have some parts that I haven't gotten yet. That's going to take a while to get, but the guitar is hanging on the wall. I'm going to let that glue cure overnight, and then we'll come back in my next video and we'll go ahead and drill out all the correct hole positions for the pickguard. Thanks for hanging out with me. Go ahead and hit like or subscribe. Leave a comment. It helps me out a lot. Appreciate it. Thanks.